Hello there everybody, welcome to the Notebook. So this is the race review of Australia and the race preview of Bahrain. So Australia was round 9 of this season. How quickly this season is going, only 3 races left after Bahrain included. So Stuart Little, the reserve, he won the race and he won it last season as well. He came P1, he started P2, so great qualifying from him, and he won the race. He did a fastest lap in the race of a 1:24.199. Fumph, he started in P12 after an issue in qualifying with myself. I crashed out at turn 6, I think it was. Turn 5, turn 6, and I was helpless in the barrier, and he went into the back of me. So he started in P12, not a great qualifying for him, but a great comeback drive, especially after being spun on turn 1 as well. On lap 1 as well at turn 3. He did a fastest lap in the race of a 1:22.138, so a great comeback drive from him, and he ended up finishing 1.5 seconds behind Stuart. Toss the Caber came in at P3, and he started in P4 as well. His fastest lap, 1100 quicker than Stuart, so he did a 1:24.188, but finished 14.771 behind Fumph, or behind Stuart, should I say. Pole position, amazingly, in the mixed conditions, went to B16. What an absolutely fantastic session from B16. I mean, in the practice sessions when it goes from wet to dry, he is always massively quick in the wet, and he's getting a hell of a lot quicker in the dry as well. He is really pushing that racing point this season. So he got pole position. Ended up finishing in P5, but fantastic drive from him. He brings Racing Point up the standings, and I'll go through that in a bit. So the fastest lap in the race obviously went to Fumph as well. He did a 22.138, so he gets the point for the fastest lap. First of all, I'd like to also apologise for all the lobby glitches we had. I think there was about 3 in total. It was a bit of a pain. Hopefully, there's a new update that's been released this week by Cody's. Hopefully, that will sort out any issues that we run into for the rest of the season. I think they've patched it where anyone joining or leaving during a session won't mess it up. But who knows? We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think we went through 3 lobbies in the end, and it was all a bit mental, basically. So that's that. So championship standings, let's go through those quickly. So with 3 rounds left, Fumph Coolganice is on 189 points, Cornet is on 130, and then Coolbeans on 77. Constructors wise, McLaren are on 189, Alpha Tauri are on 166, so it's a lot closer in the constructors rather than in the drivers, and Ferrari are further back on 106. That's the top 3 in each. Now, the wooden spoon, the bottom 3 in each, is very, very, very close. Alfa Romeo are on 19 points. B16's P5 pushes them straight up, flies them up the league. They're on 17 points, and then Mercedes are on 16. So we will see what happens with that. That's going to be very, very close for the remaining 3 races. Red Dog and B16 their form is incredible at the minute. So they're definitely putting a lot of pressure on the Mercedes. Delta's form is incredible as well. Mine is very hit and miss. So we'll see what happens come the end of the season. But yeah, it's going to be a great, great finish. Great finish. So, overtake of the race. Let's go through that. So that was on Rayner on B16, around the outside of turn 10, 11. Yes, the fast left-right chicane. So let's watch that now. Go for it.
Big boy, as well as he's coming under pressure again from Rainer Zufall. He's got to send it around the outside at turn 11. That is a very, very ballsy move from the Williams driver. That's my overtake of the race, Van Rocco, lap 9, Rainer Zufall on Big Boy. There you go. So we've got
great overtake there. Absolutely fantastic from Rayner. I'm not sure if he's put the clip in the clip sharing as well. And very excitable for a German as well, a bit too excitable apparently, according to Kachow. Moment of the race, I'm going to go for B16, sticking it on pole and then finishing the race in P5. He still stayed up there. He still brought that Racing Point home, some really, really good points. And the fact that he got the pole position was absolutely fantastic.
Great lap from him. What has Big Boy got? He's a second up. But Frog LaBelle goes at 22.1. So he beats Rainer's time. Big boy, big boy goes P1. Stuart Little, double, but it's big boy. Big boy in the in the Racing Point has come home in P1.
Obviously, you've seen the Hall of Fame is going to be updated. Hopefully, you've got someone crunching all the numbers to get as many pole positions as we possibly can. They're obviously harder to get. We've got to go through back through all of the previous streams, so they're going to take a little bit longer. But yeah, we'll try and get as many pole positions in the Hall of Fame as we possibly can. Grade book time. Let's do it. Again, I've not written down the grades, so let me just get a quick pen and let's go through them quickly. So bottom to top, cool guy. Started, well, he had a qualifying ban, didn't serve it. So he ended up with the lobby glitches and everything. He ended up getting disqualified, did not start. So he ended up finishing unofficially P20. So it's going to be a U, ungradable. I can't grade him on that. But we'll see what happens. Rogers started in P18, tricky qualifying session, joined late, so there was obviously a glitch in there, and then a tricky race from there. DNF, I'm going to give you an E. Frog Labelle started in P3, DNF, I'm going to give that an F drive, unfortunately, from starting so high up to finishing so low down and not finishing. That's an F, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy. We all have to get it, though. I've given myself many over the years. Will started P17, finished P17, but was a DNF with one pit stop. Tricky race from you. E. Rayner, first bad race in a long time from you. You started P6, finished P16, DNF. That's going to be an E as well. Drops your average down, I think. You've given some pretty good grades recently. Dace started P19, came in late, 3 pit stops, DNF, E. No, D. I'll give you a D for that because I think you came in late, so I'll give you that. Lasser started P8, DNF. Not a great race from you. Didn't retire the car properly, and you're going to be serving a one-shot qualifying this week, so I'll give you an E. Mr. Woot started high up. You started P5, but this time you finished in P15. Normally when you start at the back, you go up. If you start at the front, you go backwards. 2 stops, finished a lap down, D. Mike Edwards finished in P12, started in P10, 2 stops. I'm going to give you a C for that because that was pretty good drive, kept it on the track. George HDY started P9, finished in P11, 2 stops, just missed out on the points due to glitching. He actually ended up on the race, he finished in the points, but with the glitches I had with the time penalties, dropped him unfortunately down to P11. I'm going to give you an A for that drive though, because you kept it on the track, you kept it solid, and it was a great drive from you. Just unfortunate that Codemasters glitching is pretty rubbish. Delta started in P16, finished in P10, solid drive, good teamwork from me and him, B. Van Rocco started P15, finished in P9. Again, teamwork from the Mercedes gang, picking up 3 points for us, but not enough to keep us in P9 in the constructor standing, so B from both Mercedes. Exotic started P14, finished in P8. 2 stops, one of the only drivers in the top 10 to do a 2-stop strategy, and kept it up there as well. A for that drive, because that's a great return to form from you in SFR. Ted Wardo, A as well, started P11, finished in P7, 1 stop, solid drive from you, back on form as well, A. Cornet started P13, so not a great qualifying from yourself, finished in P6, 1 stop. I'm going to give you a C for that drive because you didn't capitalise on Fump's mistake either. B16, 2 stops, so the only driver in the top 5 to do a 2-stop strategy, started P1, finished in P5, but still an absolutely fantastic result. Your star of the day, A star. Giamma started P7, finished in P4, 1 stop. That's an A drive from me as well. Back on form as well, Giamma. Internet back on form and yourself back on form. Toss started P4, finished P3, 1 stop. That's an A as well. Back on form again. A lot of drivers back on form this week. Toss has been struggling with the conversion from a toy wheel to a proper wheel, but it looks like he has finally got it nailed. Fump started P12, finished P2. That's an A drive from you, especially after being spun. Probably could have gone a bit higher, but if B16's pole, definitely tipped it over the edge. And then Stuart, what a drive from you. Started P2, finished P1, 1 stop, that's an A. So well done. That's the grade book done. That's some very, very good drives. Lots of drivers are getting back on form. And we'll see what happens for the rest of the season. So let's go into Bahrain. First up, before I go any further, let's let Mike Edwards take us around Bahrain on his hot lap. So let's take it away.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the SFR Hot Lap. This week we have the one and only Medwards, Mike Edwards, Michael Edwards, whatever you want to call him. He's doing the hot lap for us. We are going to go around the 15 turn 5.412 kilometer Bahrain circuit. So let's take a quick look. Alright, so we pick him up as he comes along the front straight, opens up the DRS, works his way up to 8th gear, taking it flat out. Turn 1 is the right-hander, so heavy braking zone. A little bit of a lock-up there. It's renamed Michael Schumacher corner. So turn 2, you want to try and use as much of the curb there as you dare without invalidating the lap. Turn 3 is just sort of like, it's a kink pretty much. But turn 4, so drifting the car left. You can take a variety of lines through that corner, so yeah, depending on how you're going tyre wise. Turn 6 there, turn 7. Now it's another heavy braking zone here, a little bit of a lock up for turn 8, which is the right hand, kind of like a hairpin almost. Now turn 9 and 10, so turn 9 you want to just clip the apex, then it throws you out wide. You see a lot of heavy brake lock ups here as he comes through turn 10. Easy on the power, almost a little bit of overspin, opens up the DRS, heads up the back straight. Now he's going to run this into turn 11. So down into 4th gear. Eventually he hung around in 5th gear for a little bit. Turn 12 was flat out. And then turn 13 is just down into 4th gear again. So a little bit of a brake lock up again. So a few little mistakes on this lap, but nothing that's going to cost him too much time. So blast down the back straight. Comes into the final 2 turns. It's almost like a double apex corner, but it's 2 turns anyway. Onto the front straight, opens up the DRS. He hits the line, and that is a 125.972. So not a bad lap there from the Renault driver, Mike Edwards, Medwards, whatever his name is. I don't know, Michael Edwards. Who knows? Anyway, good luck to everyone racing on the weekend. That's back to my main man, Van Rockel.
Well, thank you, Mike Edwards. Thank you, Nick, for commentating on that. That was a good time of a 125.972. It's a very tricky track, Bahrain, isn't it? Strategy is important. There's either a 1-stop or a 2-stop, depending on where you go. Medium, hard, medium, yeah, or soft, medium, soft, medium, because it's quite harsh on the tyres, isn't it? So we'll see what tyre strategies play out. I think the 1-stop is the overpowered one, but obviously you're going to have to qualify outside of the top 10 to do that strategy. So we'll probably see some drives from the midfield up into the strong points finishing positions. Last time out, we raced in Bahrain in Season 1. It was probably one of the best races we've ever had in SFR. It was a great race. Lots of overtakes, lots of battles, not many incidents, just a very clean, fast race. Honesy won that time. He got P1, Cornet in P2, and Voldemort, or He Who Shall Not Be Named, finished in P3. The fastest lap was set by Will Ans. So a bit more of that this weekend, Will, and let's try and get you some AlphaTauri points to try and push this Constructors to the last race. So Bahrain has 2 DRS straights, lots and lots of overtaking opportunities, especially into turn 1, to turn 4, to possibly the hairpin at turn 10 is maybe a little bit of a push because of brake lockups. And then into the last corner as well, we probably dive one up the inside, and then you've got the long DRS straight down into turn 1. Strict track limits we are running this weekend. Obviously Bahrain has just been raced in real life, and turn 4 caused a lot of those issues, and I've been doing some practices this week, and it's very, very easy to run wide at turn 4. That's probably going to be the bulk of where the warnings are coming from this week. So let's see how that happens. As I've already mentioned, turn 10, probably one of the trickiest corners on the calendar. Downhill, left-hander, you're trying to brake, you're trying to turn, you're trying to slow the car down, and you're trying to hit that apex. So lots of lockups, expect that. And then turn 12, the curb of death, the long right-hander, fast right-hander. Touch that curb, you are going spinning around. So let's quickly talk about championship permutations. Fumph is currently 59 points ahead of Cornet. There are 78 points up for grabs. That's 25, 3 times 25 for the wins, and then 3 fastest laps. Basically, all Fumph has to do is finish ahead of Cornet. If Fumph wins, he wins the championship no matter what. If Fumph wins, he wins the championship. If he comes second, he wins the championship unless he finishes outside of the points, and Cornet wins every race and gets 3 fastest laps. So pretty much, if Fumph finishes in P1 or P2, he wins the championship. And Cornet basically has to outscore Fumph massively. Constructors is going to be very close. There's only 23 points, I think, in it. So that won't go. It'll probably go down to the last race or second to last race if AlphaTauri can pull their finger out and chase McLaren down. So that is that. We are done. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you all on Sunday for Bahrain. It's a night race. 2 night races left. We have Bahrain and Singapore. And I'm very much looking forward to it indeed. Let's see how we go. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Qualifying's just finished. What a qualifying session that was, with Verstappen sticking it on pole, 2.5 tenths ahead of Hamilton, and Bottas in third with Perez in fourth. So it's going to be a very exciting race on Sunday. Apparently Mercedes have better race pace, according to Ted Kravitz, so we'll see what happens with that. But other than that, have a good rest of the weekend. Stay safe. For the British, it's Father's Day tomorrow, so enjoy that as well if you are a father. Quite a few of you are a lot younger than I am, so yeah, probably not. But make sure you get your dad a card. That's me done. Over and out.